When Cole slapped the floor, told that let's go one-on-one, and he passed it, he f***ed up the whole tradition.
Damn.
Don't nobody want to hear that. Yeah, I'm one of them gatekeepers. I can say that.
Man, listen, let me say something to you. The C's, we didn't give a f*** about LeBron. We didn't fear LeBron.
Damn.
That's when mama was like, nah, see, you don't want this new. Right, talking crazy. I hate to get to these. That's what really happened. Yeah, and ever since then, we've been off the trajectory.
Shot making, we talking about ability, we talking about skill. He in all those conversations, but now you doing some shit where.
Welcome to the ultimate basketball arena, where legends clash and legacies are forged in fire. The biggest debate in sports history is burning brighter than ever. Who is the true GOAT of the hardwood? Is LeBron James cementing his historic legacy as he inches closer to Kareem's scoring record? Or does Michael Jordan's unmatched, ethereal greatness still stand at the absolute peak of basketball history? Today, we are diving deep into the electrifying clash between old school grit and modern mastery. We will analyze the numbers, the impact, and the sheer mentality that defines true greatness in this sport. Can a modern titan truly match the untouchable aura of the legends who built this league from the ground up? Let the epic debate begin, and tell us exactly where you stand as we dive deep into this historic and controversial rivalry.
You think you pushed LeBron too far in Game 5?
Pushed
Because Game
too
6 is
far?
unbelievable. You think you gave him the eye of the tiger?
Pushed him too far?
Shaq, LeBron, listen up and listen very carefully. When you suggest that today's game is tougher, you are disrespecting the foundations we built. In our legendary era, the court was a literal battlefield. Hard fouls, nonstop trash talk, and raw physical dominance were the only price of admission. You didn't just play for a championship ring, you fought for your professional survival every single night. We didn't have the luxury of modern recovery protocols or specialized pampered training. We played through broken bones and pain, because that was the only way to earn respect. You cannot rewrite history and pretend the physical punishment was any less brutal than what we faced daily back then.
Nothing?
Man, listen, let me say something to you. The C's, we didn't give a f*** about LeBron. We didn't fear LeBron, and we didn't think that he can beat all five of us.
LeBron, Shaq, I have nothing but massive respect for the icons who paved the way before me. But you must realize that the game has evolved. Modern basketball demands more blistering speed, constant non-stop movement, and elite-level spacing. Today, soft tissue injuries like calf strains are just as debilitating and career-threatening as the injuries of the past. It's not about being soft, it's about the evolution of the game's physical demands. We play a much faster game with significantly more possessions, which puts a completely different, intense kind of strain on the human body. Evolution is not an insult to the past. It is simply the reality of how the sport has grown and shifted.
I will never give GOAT status to anybody but MJ. Not Bill Russell, not Kareem, not anybody.
Okay.
But LeBron deserves all the props in the world for what we're seeing him do on the basketball court. This is what greatness is made of.
Shaq, it's not just about stats or longevity. It's about the sheer fear factor. Opponents didn't just want to beat Jordan. They were mentally exhausted and defeated before the opening tip-off. Kobe Bryant had that same legendary killer instinct. LeBron, you have the incredible talent, but you lack that specific, terrifying gene, the one that turns an opponent's confidence into absolute fear the moment you step onto the hardwood. In our time, you didn't just worry about the game, you constantly worried about who was standing across from you. That psychological edge is what separated the true mythical legends from everyone else, and that is something you simply cannot measure with a spreadsheet or a trophy count.
And little by little, I started to recognize everybody's greatness and what they brought to this team. And I was like, man, I ain't never been on no team like this.
No.
So we look up and Bron goes to Miami. And when Bron goes to Miami, the whole league shift. And yeah, it was over. Michael Jordan gave me some great jewels when I was young. Said, young fella, you're going to know when you're supposed to lead the game because everything around you.
LeBron, I've redefined what it means to be a professional athlete by transforming my body, diet, and training to stay at the very top for over 2 decades. Greatness isn't just about a short, flashy peak of dominance. It's about adaptability, consistency, and staying elite while the game itself shifts around you. When I entered the league, it was a different era, and when I move on, it will be an entirely different game. My legacy is built on being the best for the longest time, carrying different organizations to championships, and mentoring the next generation of talent. I've had to be a playmaker, a scorer, and a leader in ways that the game never required before. Being great for 3 years is hard, but being great for 20 years is an entirely different level of commitment. I've handled the pressure of being the chosen one since I was a teenager, and every single night, I've delivered on that expectation. The game demands more from me every year, and every year, I've answered that call with absolute precision. Longevity is not a shortcut. It is a testament to the ironclad discipline I've lived by every single day. I don't need to make anyone fear me off the court. I show them my greatness on the court night after night, regardless of who is defending me.
I will never give GOAT status to anybody but MJ. Not Bill Russell, not Kareem, not anybody.
Okay.
But LeBron deserves all the props in the world for what we're seeing him do on the basketball court. This is what greatness is made of.
The debate remains split down the middle, and that is exactly what makes basketball the greatest sport in the world. Are you on Team Fear with Shaq, valuing that raw psychological dominance? Or are you on Team Mastery with LeBron, celebrating durability and total adaptability? Both sides have valid points that have shaped the history of the NBA. We want to know your take on this historic clash of generations. This conversation is far from over. If you believe that greatness is measured by rings and eras, you might side with the old school. However, if you value longevity and the ability to evolve, LeBron's resume is impossible to ignore. Ultimately, legacy is in the eye of the beholder, and every fan has a different metric for what makes a player legendary. The beauty of this sport lies in the passion we have for our icons, regardless of whether they played in the 90s or the 2020s. We have analyzed the intensity of the past and the evolution of the present. Now, the power is in your hands to decide which path deserves the title of the greatest ever. We have laid out the arguments, the history, and the emotional stakes of this legendary rivalry. Do you think the physicality of the past outweighs the skill and speed of the present? Or do you think the longevity of the modern era is the true ultimate test of greatness? There is no wrong answer. Only deep-seated passion and loyalty to the players who have defined our love for this incredible game. We thank you for joining us on this journey through basketball history, where every point, every championship, and every rivalry tells a story that lasts forever. Drop your final thoughts in the comments below, like and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.